Yes, I'm hearing music. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Right, let's get going.
Welcome.
Yeah, sorry if I sound pissed off right now. It's, just shit on my mind right now. It's fine. Yeah, one that I saw before, yeah.
By the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, freedom was dead in America. Beginning with a large-scale military coup d'etat that erupted in various cities throughout the nation. The rebels seized power in all the central institutions of government. The entire nation appeared to have fallen completely into the hands of the coup d'etat forces. However, one final hope in opposing the coup d'etat forces remained. This
Yeah.
final hope being the U.S. President himself. Michael Willson, the 47th President of the United States, equipped with a special mobile armored ops suit developed in secret by the military, boldly waged his own personal war alone
Yeah,
to
very
take
much, give or
back
take.
America's freedom.
Get out my special ops suit, Jody.
It looks like a fancy party is about to start. This kind of party first for me. Mr. President?
Let's party! Welcome to the White House.
The people outside look really scary, Mr. President. Mr. President, escape via the Eagle Star in the underground base. Now I'll open the entryway to the underground base. Please give your
Oh,
guests some
Jesus
face
Christ,
time
that
with the
has to be
Commander-in-Chief.
before. Hmm. It, yep. Oh, yeah.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. Enter the underground base using this oversized back door here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
Oh,
back.
yeah. Right. Also, can you
Mr.
find the
President,
taunt
the
button for
Eagle
me?
Star is beyond here. Get going before the enemy chases after you.
The taunt button. There we go.
Oh my God.
Proceed ahead or destroy that stands in your way. Switching over your weapons
Yeah,
depending on
there
the
you go.
situation is the main key to fighting. Try out the weapons in your backpack as you like.
All gave me the fucking taunt button. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. President, there's an aircraft hangar beyond this passageway. Now let's hurry. The aircraft hangar is behind the barrier. I'll open the barrier now. Please wait a moment. Whoa,
Yeah.
something quite dangerous awaits. But with missiles of that caliber, if you aim and fire, you
Yep.
should be able to quickly shoot them down.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. The barrier has been opened.
Yeah.
Air Force One's launch preparations will be
Mm-hmm.
complete soon. Well, looky here. More gas! Well, I guess they won't be voting for you next term.
Mr. President, the enemy is taking aim at Air Force One. Please be careful.
I mean, yeah, that is the presidential jet. Of course that would be well defended. Well, yeah, because everyone else is just not fucking there anymore. I think that's what everyone says about this game, so, yeah. Uh-huh.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. How's that for a ticketless check-in? Mr. President, welcome to Air Force One.
Yeah, and I'll just be here sitting in silence, I guess. Yeah, I know.
Like they were ever
Uh-huh.
invited. They're definitely...
Michael! Richard!
Please don't do that again.
Mr. President,
It's okay.
it looks like this party is just getting started.
Jody, update me as to the status of the nation.
The Pentagon, the United Nations, and all central government institutions have fallen into the hands of the Vice President.
Have they?
Mr. President, believe in your own justice. I'm sure your father would have told you the same.
Jody, how's my schedule look for today?
You've got a conference and dinner party at the Japanese embassy regarding wildlife protection.
Oh yeah. Sorry, but I'll have to cancel that. I'm heading out to save America. Can you let them know I won't be able to make it?
Yes, Mr. President.
To my beloved fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your American justice and freedom supporter. First of all, what I would like to tell each and every one of you is this. Recent events were
Well,
not
okay.
a mere coup d'etat,
CNN
but
means,
rather
well,
a
cable
revolution
news
to
network,
correct the
so...
wrongs in the United States of America.
I mean, there is
To
a...
our regret,
Well,
our
there was a
nation is in
digital news
crisis
network over in
situation.
the United Kingdom,
Since
so...
2010, domestic terrorism problems have increased rapidly.
Okay,
Economic
I don't...
disputes originating from the exhaustion of fossil fuels and
Yeah, but digital
the
news
sudden
network is
rise
fucking
in
dead, bro.
unemployment due to the influx of large-scale immigration. Neither the current president nor the American government took actions to address these various problems.
Look, it's something news
On the
network, so
contrary,
whatever.
they have filled their own pockets adhering to terrorist cells. To correct this situation, Richard Hawk, Arizona insurrection hero and vice president of the old government and the U.S. military, rose to the task at hand. Much like our ancestors did, based in a belief
The question
of
is,
winning
how the fuck did
freedom,
the vice president
and
gain
based
control of
in the
all
belief
over
of
the
an
fucking military?
independent war, and based in the belief in this great nation. However, to our regret, an evil
I mean, because
to
the president's
disobey
supposed to be
this
the
belief
commander-in-chief.
exists the United States
And
of
even if they
America
are,
too.
even if they are rebelling, there
And
has to be like
here
some
is
units
that
that, you know,
evil.
are on the president's side.
This villainous terrorist, who first appeared in Washington and began his unjust rampage, goes by the alias Metal Wolf. His current whereabouts are unknown. While all of America will be under martial law until Metal Wolf is caught, please do not confuse the issues at hand. Without fail, the U.S. military elite forces, with a combined strength of 1.5 million, promise to smash this unforgivable evil to pieces. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your special remedy for all kinds of evil.
I know. Good.
The
To fucking
coup d'etat
destroy
army
all
that
of
occupies
California.
San
It's
Francisco,
not needed
target areas
anymore.
that the enemy force uses as the base of their military activities are built around the town. Target areas were destroyed. This mission. Good luck and
Good.
Mr. President, how's the skydiving?
Not too bad.
San Francisco, occupied by coup d'etat forces, will be the starting point of our counteroffensive.
I wish California did
That
their
is the
stupid
starting
fucking
point.
secessionist movement a few years ago.
Okay.
Do you remember that? Okay, some dipshits, you know, because Trump got elected, they just fucking said, well, we might as well
The gentleman
separate
in me
ourselves from
goes
the
off the
United
clock
States then.
At 5 p.m.
Like, there was like a petition for all that as well. And it's like,
And now
I
I'm
kind of
gonna
wish that would happen because California would have been
take
dead within like a
America
few
back.
months.
Annihilate
But
the enemy
realistically
army by destroying the
speaking,
target areas
due to
where
the
troops have
influx of
amassed.
high
Destroy all the
taxes
target
and
areas scattered throughout and take
well,
back the town.
all the funding that goes into California, California would have been dead within like a few months to a few weeks.
Soldiers are coming in swarms. Shotguns
At best, a
target
year.
area or machine guns with a high
But-
rapid fire rate are effective here. Try out the weapons in your backpack as we run.
Every other state to yeah, okay. Then again, they probably wouldn't have done it anyway, considering that would have set a precedence for every other state to decide whether to leave the Union or not, and we already had that shit happen before, so, yeah. You know, one of my college professors once told me that if the South did actually succeed in, well, succeeding from the Union back then, the best case scenario, it would have been like Brazil. At worst, it would have been Guatemala during that time. And it's like, it's true. Yeah,
Mr. President,
I know. It's
POWs
like
are being transported in
it,
that cage.
and it's like
Destroy the
secession
cage
wasn't
with light
really
firearms
even
and
possible for
rescue the
them
people
anyway, no
inside.
matter what. Because even if they did succeed, their economy would have fucking crashed. It's
Scientists were among the
they're
POWs
relying
who
on one
rescued,
cash
knowing how
crop
to develop new weapons
and not
for the military.
diversifying
Way to go, Mr.
like other
President.
South
Now
American
the
states
POW
later
can
on.
be safely liberated.
So it's like, yeah, they would have become a Brazil or a Guatemala if they did succeeded, and everyone would have probably left for the remaining United
You can't let
States.
them get away with using the symbol of this great American
Because there's
city.
no incentive on why you would stay there if your economy is essentially crashing down, because the British is not buying from you anymore, because they're getting their cotton from somewhere else. I.e., their own colonies in Egypt and India. And even then, they probably would have still had to rely on the United States anyway, because most of the cotton in the South got shipped up to the North, where all the factories were. So even then, they can't really decouple themselves from the United States, no matter what.
Destroy each target and blow the area to oblivion. When there are too many reinforcements, try
That's
attacking
fine.
from another area. You could call it winning by retreating.
It's like before some of these son of a bitches come in, talking about their lost cause bullshit. I'll tell you right now, look for those state constitutions, those Confederate state constitutions, and look at the speeches at the time and the language at the time, and it's clearly spelled out that the whole thing of the Civil War was about slavery. Fuck those lost cause bullshitters. Fucking revisionist bastards. Oh, my state. Oh, my state's rights. Yeah, the state's rights to own slaves, you fucking piece of you fucking shitter.
That destruct device is attached to the cage. The destruct device
And
kicks
it's like,
into action when
and
you
no,
draw
this
close
does
for a
not
fixed
excuse
period
what
of
the
time.
Union did
Be
as well,
careful.
because the
Time
Union
limit
did some pretty
self-destruct
shitty
device has
things
been
during the Civil
activated.
War as
Hurry and
well.
destroy it.
War is uncomfortable. It's very bad. No one's a hero.
A musician was among the POWs he
Yeah,
rescued. He was forced to play the Chinese air hoop.
yeah, we're talking about a serious topic
POWs
here,
have been
and we
safely
just
freed.
freed some bitch who played a Chinese instrument, who was forced to play one.
President, destroy every target area and annihilate the enemy army.
Coup d'etat. Well, realistically speaking, yes, they would do that if they were rebelling. If there was even a chance of them rebelling. This is America, dude. There's like a gun in every blade of grass. Yeah, I know. And yeah, to be fair for the coup d'etat army, this is California, which has
With the
some of the
enemy's
strictest gun
communications
laws in the
facility.
state.
From
So,
this facility, when
they'd
communications
have
are
a better
made,
chance.
large numbers of reinforcements join the battle. It's really a nuisance, so destroy it
See,
first.
no, not really, but, they're gonna try. Shit, thinking about that, you wanna know one of the things I hate about the original Watch Dogs? It's set in Chicago. It's set in Chicago, which has some of the strictest gun laws in America. But apparently in this Chicago, I can go into a gun store and get a fully automatic rifle. Yeah, I guess, but it's like, look, I know it was made by the French, but they could have at least done some, research here.
You succeeded in saving the POWs.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And besides, realistically, even if Aiden did his hacking bullshit, he most likely still would not have gotten a gun from any of these gun stores anyway. Considering you need to go under months of background checks, you need to have a license, you need to have all this paperwork filled out before you can even get a gun. And it's like, even then, look, man, I know you're joking there, but it's like, there's still going to have to be a background check.
Whoa! Well, if it isn't the pride of the United States military. M1 Abrams tanks. I never thought they would join the fight.
Okay, to be fair, statistically, many guns are taken from the home, not from gun shops. Yeah.
High-powered weapons like bazookas are effective against the tough tank armor.
I mean, I am thinking of registering, or at least joining Pink Pistols, if you know that group. Okay, they're an LGBTQ gun rights organization. Their motto is pick on someone your own caliber. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. That's understandable. Yeah, understandably. I mean, understand.
Destroy them one after the other. Mr. President, the fuselage
I mean,
damage
I get it.
50%.
I mean, if you want my, I live in the South as well. I am more of a gun rights person myself, especially being LGBTQ after, you know, what happened in Orlando. Besides, as Frederick Douglass once said, a man's rights rest in three boxes: the ballot box, the jury box, and the cartridge box. I mean, yeah, I understand, but the thing is, a lot of people just own those guns because, you know, it just looks cool. I mean, they're not going to use it in, you know, regular circumstances because, well, for one thing, like if we're talking about like a 50 caliber rifle, that ammo is fucking expensive. Ammo is fucking expensive. My brother and my dad could attest to that. Ammo is fucking expensive. So it's like you're not even gonna get that large. You're not gonna get like large quantities of ammo because it's expensive. No, depending on the caliber anyway. And it's like guns are expensive too. It's like it's like it. A gun could be the cost of a new computer in many such cases, and that's before we talk about taxes, and especially with the
Think more,
NFA.
Mr. President.
Not the NFA. Is it the fucking NFA tax? Yeah, National Firearms Tax, National Firearms Act tax, shit like that.
This.
You, there you are. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, okay. You know,
The enemy forces have usurped the
if you want,
building, making it a
if you want
target.
interesting
The
facts about
building was
U.S.
opened
states, there
2
are
years
some
ago on
U.S.
April
states that
23rd.
have
It's named
designated
the
a
House
state
on Bluehead
firearm.
China building. Each season it's decorated with
Yeah,
gorgeous lights.
9 states:
There's Christmas trees
Alaska,
top to
Arizona,
home. Over
Utah, India,
800,000
Kentucky,
people came to see it
Pennsylvania,
last
West
December.
Virginia,
For
Tennessee,
such
and
a long
Texas.
time, I've been wondering how lovely that
The
gorgeous
Colt
building
Walker.
was when
Uh,
the fit were
it's a
destroyed.
single-action
I
revolver
feel bad
coming
for the
around back
underground. Hey,
starting
we smashed the
1847.
hell out of it.
It's one
It's
of Samuel
officially
Colt's
tall
first
targets are enemy
revolvers
headquarters
that he ever
installations.
made
Morale of the troops
for
is
the Colt
rising due to
Company.
the HQ installations. Destroy the HQ facilities first,
Yeah, but
and
you
it'll
want to know what
make things a little
Tennessee's
bit
state
fuzzier.
firearm is? It's the Barrett M82, the anti-material rifle. And it makes it. But here's the thing: it makes sense considering that the Barrett Firearms Company is actually in Tennessee. Okay, they've been recently bought out by an Australian company, but yeah, they're still developing rifles here in Tennessee. Yeah, and it's like yeah, it's like every other state. Oh, Utah's the M1911 pistol. Oh no, this state has log rifles, or shit like that. We have an anti-material rifle as our state firearm, cause fuck you. We one up every other state. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I understand what it did with the Colt Walker, since the Colt Walker was made for the fuck. No, I don't think that was it for the Texas Rangers. Give me a moment. Let me look back up at the history. Yeah, it was made essentially sold for the Republic of Texas when it was its own country at some point back in the 1840s, and uh, essentially, yeah, the Mexican-American War was fought over many different things. Uh, yeah,
President. Nice thinking on your feet.
Yeah, and it was kind
Oh,
of
Mr. President.
honestly, it was rough for Mexico at the time, considering
Is
Mexico
he
was
asking for
also
destroying the
under.
area? It
Well,
looks
it
like
was
you're
also
gonna
under a
receive
fucking
a
revolution at
lovely
that time.
present.
Sip of water. Right.
Boy needs a presidential diet. I guess he's had too much junk food. Yeah, that kid's some too.
Yeah.
Make junk
So
food out of
yeah,
him,
it's
Mr.
like
President.
Mexico was under they were technically under revolution right now at that point, which also included parts of Texas. Uh I can't remember the reason why, but it was like the northern parts of Mexico, kept rebelling, and there were also problems with the Comanche Indians or Native Americans because the Comanches were actually pretty strong by that point. They essentially carved their own empire. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, I can see. Let's see here. Yes, they have.
Boy's punishment seems to have done the trick. Just a little more and your work is done, Mr. President.
I mean, if I had to guess, like, I can't really get a good feeling about it. I would think it would have to be under the Armored Core Free engine.
Mr. President, please get up! Mr. President!
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Annihilate the enemy army by destroying the target
Whoops.
areas where the troops have amassed. Destroy all the target areas scattered throughout and take back the town.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some ice cream.
Mr. President, POWs are being transported in that cage. Destroy the cage with light firearms and rescue the people inside. Some
Scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were used to develop new weapons for the military. Way to go, Mr. President. Now the POW can be safely liberated.
They've even captured San Francisco's cable cars. We can't let them get away with using the symbol of this great American city. The yellow icons on your radar are designated targets in each area. Destroy each target and blow the area to oblivion. Reinforcements come from the adjacent areas. When there are too many reinforcements, try attacking from another area. You could call it winning by retreating. President, the target area has been destroyed. This has been a momentous first job. The target with the spinning antenna is the enemy's communications facility. From this facility, when communications are made, large numbers of reinforcements join the battle. It's really a nuisance, so destroy it first. Mr. President, destroy every target area and annihilate the enemy army. Mr. President, target areas still remain.
Patrol the vicinity area well. The POWs have been safely freed. You succeeded in saving the POWs. Whoa! Well, if it isn't the pride of the United States military. M1 Abrams tank.
I never thought they would join the fight. High-powered weapons like bazookas are effective against the tough tank armor. Please, don't hold back on using the weapons in your backpack.
Time self-defense device is attached to the cage. The time limit self-destruct device has been activated. Hurry and destroy it. The POW rescue failed.
Soldiers are coming in swarms. Shotguns with a wide firing area or machine guns with a high rapid fire rate are effective here. Try out the weapons in your backpack as you roll. Areas remaining. Destroy them one after the other.
Right, I'm back.
The building was opened 2 years ago on April 25th. It's named the House on Dingbai China building. Each business decorated with gorgeous lights. Their Christmas trees topped them all. Over 800,000 people came to see it last December. For such a long time, I've been wondering how lovely that gorgeous
That's not
building
unusual for
looked
America.
if it were destroyed. I feel bad for the owner, but hey, let's smack the hell out of it.
The suspiciously tall targets are enemy headquarters installations. The
Mm-hmm.
morale of the troops is rising due to the HQ installation. Destroy the HQ facilities first and eradicate their will to fight.
No, it's the Chinese. Yeah, right. I, f- I think you are right. I I think that's the one that goes from dark green to bright green. Right, yeah. Also, yeah. Also, while I was getting ice cream, I was reminded that I have this neat little book from the Smithsonian Institution I gave to my mom for Mother's Day. It's called American Table: The Foods, People, and Innovations That Feed Us. It's essentially a historical book about American cooking. And I remembered, oh, we're in San Francisco right now, and it's like, I remember there's a little section in here about Chinese American restaurants, in San Francisco, which started in San Francisco actually in 1849, the Canton Restaurant. hmm Well, okay, no, never. Nope, I'm an idiot. Is that right? Yeah, that I think that was right. Yeah, and there's a good reason there are so many like Chinese restaurants over in California and San Francisco in general. Uh, Due to the Chinese Exclusion Act from 1882, it barred immigration from China and did not allow those who were already in the United States to visit and return. Uh, there was a loophole in this law that Chinese owners of certain businesses could obtain special visas that allowed them to go to China and return to the United States with employees, and restaurants were on that list.
U.S. president. Nice thinking on your feet. Uh-oh, Mr. President.
So yeah, if
Thank
you
you for
wanted to
destroying the area.
if you probably
It
wanted to get your
looks like you're
family
gonna receive a
uh,
lovely
that lived in
present.
China over to America, uh, after the Chinese Exclusion Act was put into place, just make a
So
Chinese
he's a
restaurant.
presidential diet. I guess he's had too much junk food. Yeah, that kid's some chill. Leave junk food out of him, Mr.
Yeah, there you go. hmm Yeah, because you know, if you want your family to come over here, even with the act in, just look at the list of restaurants that can get a special visa, or any businesses that can get a special visa, and just start up that business. And like it says here, from 1910 to 1930, the number of Chinese restaurants quadrupled in America. Yeah, and now the thing is, it did say that it needed to be a high-end restaurant, though. So, those who did it, uh, just lavish the interiors with, ornate finishes, and gilded ornamentation, gold, shit like that. And that's where you get the aesthetics of the Chinese restaurant from, the Chinese American restaurant. It was due because of a racist immigration law that that basically forced you know people to go, well, if I'm gonna get these special visas to get these people over here, then I'm gonna start a business and get some money out of it. Yeah, and apparently in 2009 there were more than 45,000 Chinese restaurants in the country, which is more than all of the McDonald's, KFC's, Pizza Huts, and Wendy's combined at the time. So yeah, there are more Chinese restaurants in the United States than McDonald's. Make of that what you will. And understandably, since Chinese American food is damn good.
Enough playing around. How about bringing it up a notch?
But yeah, I guess throughout all these missions, I'll look for the book and I'll pull out some interesting facts for you. I mean, at least, since I'm the historian here, we could learn something.
The fuselage damage rate is over 70%. Mr. President, the quickness in your step seems gone. Have you been getting enough sleep?
Yeah. Alright, what else about California food history can I find in this book? Thank God there's an index in the back like all good books should. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure, yeah. Oh! Okay, so the health bar must be those circles on top. Yeah, yeah, they are. Okay. Hmm. Right, so since we're still in Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Since we're still in California, I guess you can't really mention California and food history without talking about wine production over there. Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of American wine is grown in California, in Napa Valley, uh, mostly, and back in yeah, yeah, in night in yeah, and like the winning wines in a let's see here,
Mr. President, please get out!
there was the Judgment of Paris in 1976, where the winning wines that were over there were both American.
Good luck.
A 1973 Agleeps Wine Cellars and a 1973 Chateau Montelena Chardonnay, which both came from the Napa Valley. And at that time, many people considered American wine to be inferior, but these two wines winning showed that America could make good fucking wine. Yeah. Yeah, it's the loadout music. Well, wait, did you have to restart again? Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, since we're still in California, I guess another fun fact is that one of the first modern American sushi bars could be found in Los Angeles back in the 1960s. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I'll stay here and entertain the audience, I guess. Right. Okay. Well, shut up then. Let the intro play. Look, it's going ahead anyway, so go get your food.
Seat below. Complete boarding procedure before getting in.
Roger that. Have a ton of tickets. Sneak into the face successful.
So much for sneaking in. They're already here to greet you.
Hello, Johnny boy. Nice laugh.
We have some guests approaching at 2 o'clock. And you guests are coming too.
What a big welcome. I'll make you just like perforated cheese on return. Bingo!
Oh, it seems like they love you so much. They're not gonna let you go.
No problem. You guys are roast chicken.
President, but you'll have a delicious dessert coming.
Yeah. Yes. Shall know, probably like a minute.
Welcome. Welcome.
Okay. Nice. I do love a game that welcomes you. Uh-huh.
Welcome.
Yeah.
The coup d'etat army that
Yeah, so, get good.
Good luck.
Anyway, continuing the history lesson, considering food in California.
Skydiving.
It was a
Not
man
too bad.
named,
San
oh, what was his
Francisco,
name? I found it
occupied
right
by
here.
coup d'etat forces,
Well, we'll
will
wait until
be
the
the
cutscene
starting
ends.
point of our counteroffensive.
Okay,
And
right,
here's
yeah,
the
a
starting grid.
Japanese importer name, I'm gonna butcher the name, and I apologize. Noritoshi Kanai, who
Gentlemanly
opened up,
landings.
Kabafuku, which is
Annihilate the
considered
enemy
to be
army
the
by
country's
destroying the
first
target
real
areas where the
sushi
troops have
bar in
amassed.
Los Angeles'
Destroy all the
Little
target
Tokyo.
areas scattered throughout and take back the town.
And after Kabafuku opened up, more sushi restaurants began opening up around the neighborhood, which included Tokyo Kaiken, which could seat around 300 people in the main dining room, and had sections dedicated to tempura and teppanyaki, and there was even a disco for it. It was called Tokyo A Go Go. Oh yeah. Tokyo Kaiken also claims to have created the California roll. And the story goes there that the chef, Ichiro Mashita, could not get any fatty tuna belly, which was the seasonal fish at the time, and he substituted it for avocado, uh, and crab for the tuna to give it the flavor of the sea. And it would
Mr.
later
President,
evolve to include the
POWs are being
nori that's tucked
transported in that
inside.
cage. Destroy the cage with light firearms and rescue the people inside.
And yeah, the California roll is considered one of the first types of sushi that many Americans try out.
Some contacts were among the POWs you rescued. They were used to develop new weapons for the
Oh yeah, my
military.
mom does too. As long as it has real crab in it and not, fake crab.
Go, Mr. President. Now the POW can be safely liberated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forces have even captured San Francisco's cable cars. You can't let them get away with using the symbol of this great
Oh yeah.
American city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's a. Oh yeah. And let's see here. There is a small section here for the lexicon of sushi, the common types you'll find in the United States anyway. Uh, Norimaki,
Time
or just
self-destruct
maki.
devices. The time limit
This is the rolled
self-destruct device
This
has
is the
been
rolled sushi
activated.
filled with
Hurry and
rice,
destroy
fish,
it.
and/or vegetables that's cut into bite-sized pieces. Nori is the toasted seaweed sheet used to
You
wrap the
failed.
ingredients in, and maki means to roll. So it's rolling up seaweed.
POWs have
And
been
there
safely
is
freed.
Gunkan maki, which is also a rolled or wrap style of sushi, but more oval in shape.
The
And
yellow
it's
icons on your
translated to
radar are
battleship
designated
or
targets in
warship
each area.
because it resembles
Destroy
a
each
ship.
target and blow the area to oblivion. Reinforcements come from the
And there's
adjacent
space
areas.
left on the
When there are
top
too
for
many
each piece for
reinforcements,
toppings
try
such as
attacking from another
roe,
area. We would
uni,
call it
sea urchin, and
winning
tuna
by
belly with green
retreating.
onion. There's also nigiri, the simplest form of sushi in shape. It's a hand-pressed cylinder of rice topped with a piece of raw fish, vegetables, omelet, or tofu. This is a simple brush of marinade or a garnish such as spring onions or chive added as well. And the last one here, tamaki, which is simply a cone-shaped sushi filled with rice, fish, and/or vegetables and greens. So yeah, there's your sushi lexicon lesson for today. I mean, yeah. Well, I guess it's like I wait, you never had egg on rice before?
Mr. President, destroy every target area and annihilate the enemy army. The target area has been destroyed.
Well,
This
no,
has been a
no,
momentous first job.
that's a separate thing. You know,
Target with a span
egg
of
on rice
antenna
is a
is
separate
the
thing.
enemy's
It's very
communications
simple to do
facility.
and
From this
very
facility, when communications are
and
made,
honestly
large
very
numbers
cheap
of
to make.
reinforcements
So
join the battle. It's
I
really
guess
a
in the
nuisance, so
tough weeks
destroy
of the
it
month
first.
when you're low on money, egg on rice and get some condiments as well. Yeah. You know, I also like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I also like this book as well because it also offers you like recipes that you can do based on American food around the time. You know, there's like a homemade granola recipe in there. There's a collard green recipe. There's a macaroni and cheese recipe, which you know I kind of want to do. There's matzo ball soup. You also got a cocktail recipe. You got a Marion berry pie, which sounds good. But I really want to make these bison meatballs with huckleberry sauce. No, let him in. Let him in. Well, give him some. Look, I gave my dog some of my chicken. You can at least give him something. Ah, nice.
Mr. President, target areas still remain. Patrol the vicinity
Right,
area well.
right.
Pride of the United States
You can clean
military.
it. It'll be fine.
M1 Abrams tanks. I never thought they would join the fight. You're succeeded in saving the POWs.
Yeah.
Like the Zeus are effective against the tough tank armor. Please don't hold back on using the weapons in your backpack.
Oh yeah. Could it? Right. Yeah, he's a good dog. Also, yeah. Also, another fun fact about Chinese restaurants in America. Apparently, one of the first uh, food delivery services started around 1922 at the Kinshu Cafe in Los Angeles, where they actually offered delivery. You just gotta call them on the phone, and they would deliver a dish to your door. Mm-hmm. I do like they also placed a little ad here for the for Kinshu Cafe. Uh, uh, 19, 1922 is from what it says here. Technically delivery in America starts ramping up around the 1950s, with pizza delivery and things like that. So, yeah, but, Kinshu Cafe most likely is the first one to start offering, you know, a delivery to your door. Yeah. Also, I'm looking at the ad here for Kinshu Cafe. They're advertising real Chinese food and American dishes, as well as free Chinese candy to all to the grand opening. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Oh man, why hasn't Pizza Hut still called its fucking online service that name? Because according to here, in 1994, Pizza Hut started the first website for pizza delivery service. They called it PizzaNet. Oh no, I love that name, PizzaNet. It's 90s internet as all hell, but I like it. Yeah. Play that Gorbachev Pizza Hut commercial.
Это Горбачев.
Горбачев.
Это из-за него у нас в экономике бардак.
Да благодаря ему у нас новые возможности.
Это из-за него у нас политическая нестабильность.
Да благодаря ему у нас свобода.
Полный хаос.
Перспективы.
Политическая нестабильность.
Да благодаря ему у нас есть Pizza Hut.
За Горбачева!
За Горбачева! За Горбачева! За Горбачева!
Sometimes nothing brings people together like a nice hot pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Most likely it will be. It's no, the website still exists. Yeah, it still exists. Just search up Space Jam website, and it should be the first thing that pops up. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Destroy them one after the other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The enemy forces have usurped the building, making it a target.
The building was opened 2 years ago on April
Yeah.
25th. It's named House on Dingai China Building. Each season it's decorated with gorgeous lights. Their Christmas tree tops them all. Over 800,000 people came to see it last December. For such a long time, I've been wondering how lovely that gorgeous building would look if it were destroyed. I feel bad for the occupants. Hey, smash the hell out of it.
The suspiciously tall targets are
Yeah.
enemy headquarter installations. The morale of the troops is rising due to the HQ installation.
Yeah.
Destroy the HQ facilities first and eradicate their will to fight.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, I keep forgetting that even fucking exists. It isn't just a joke. The steamed cheeseburger. Okay, so I know you watch The Simpsons. You know about the steamed ham joke. Yeah, but yeah, they do exist. It's mostly in Connecticut. That's the thing. It's well,
President,
the
nice
central
gravy
part of
on the steak.
Connecticut anyway. It's just
Uh-oh, Mr. President.
yeah.
Can
Let's
this be a
see
thank you for
here.
destroying the area? Well
Basically,
done for these
uh,
presidential
the
dollars.
steamed
I guess
cheeseburger.
these have too
It
much
started out in the early
juice.
20th century
Whoever
as
did
steamed
some
cheese on a
thank you
roll
for
sold from
laughing,
horse-drawn
Mr.
carts.
President.
The beef patties believed to have been added at a restaurant called Jack's Lunch in Middletown, Connecticut, sometime in the 1920s or 1930s. Uh, it was promoted as a healthy alternative to frying a burger, and yeah, essentially, yeah, it makes sense. But yeah,
Mr.
it's a
President, the
yeah,
fuselage
basically, it's
damage
just
raised
a
above
steamed
50%.
beef patty
Why
topped
not
with a
bring it
2-ounce
down?
block of
How
cheese,
about
which is
bringing it up
also
a notch?
steamed, and you serve it on a Vienna roll, which soaks up the juices with every bite, along with the other toppings like lettuce, tomato, onions, condiments, shit like that. But yeah, it's not a fucking it's not a joke. It's an actual thing, and I honestly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ever had a fluffernutter? Do you know what a fluffernutter is? I can't believe. Okay, so the fluffernutter, it's a peanut butter and marshmallow cream sandwich.
This
It's actually pretty good. I've had it. I had it a couple times. They're really damn good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice little dessert sandwich, simple to make. You back during World War One, it was called the Liberty Sandwich due to it was mostly like a marketing thing at the time for the Curtis Marshmallow Factory over in Massachusetts. Uh, because back during World War One, Americans were asked for at least once a week to go meatless to help with rationing for the war effort. and it's like Emma Curtis, the sister of the guy who owned the Curtis Marshmallow Factory, basically advertised the Fluffernutter as the Liberty Sandwich to and basically says that, yeah, here's something you can eat during the meatless day. And yeah, it's been it's been going around America ever since. I think I learned it from my dad how to make it. I guess it makes sense. He's from the north. Oh yeah, maybe you should go blow that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The section of the book I'm looking for now, it's part of the first section. It's called Taste of Place. It essentially
Eat
goes
ahead.
and lists like one food from each state, and your state, Texas, has the Viet Cajun boil as the example of Texas cuisine. Okay, let's see here. Right. Okay. So it's a crawfish boil. It was made by Vietnamese refugees who came in during the Vietnam War, and they essentially since crawfish is shit. Okay, I'm trying to read all this and I'm trying to put it in a way here. The thing is, they mostly landed in Louisiana. Many of them came along the Gulf Coast, and those in Louisiana encountered their boiling points, which were just outdoor spots where vendors sold hot crawfish and cold beer. And these refugees were reminded of the I'm gonna butcher this, the Quan Now, which were also outdoor beer and snack joints that sold fresh seafood back over in Vietnam. And so they took it and they basically said, well, okay, we're gonna take the Cajun method, and we're gonna combine
This
it with the
punishment
Vietnamese
seems to
method.
have done the trick. Just
And
a little more and your work is done, Mr.
yeah,
President.
the boil is essentially it's it's crawfish boiled in Cajun spices and served straight up in huge piles with corn and potatoes on the side. But the Viet Cajun boil takes it a step further by
Cracking.
adding
Let's
ingredients
send it to the
properly
demolition
used in
works. I
Vietnamese
almost
cooking.
forgot. I know a great
The
demolition company
cooked
in Anaheim.
crawfish
I'll
are
introduce.
immediately cooled, then tossed in garlicky butter
Wow!
flavored
What a
with
perfect
lemongrass, roasted
display of your
onions, and
talents,
orange
Mr.
wedges,
President.
and served with a dipping sauce of salt,
Not good,
pepper, and
Joey.
lime.
Nothing to get excited about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Finally got through that. This is like the second mission, bro. There's a lot more to go through. Oh, right. Yeah, so better get going. It's okay. Right, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll check up. I'll check up how long to
Soldiers are
complete.
coming in swarms.
I want to
Shotguns with a
beat.
wide firing
Let's see
area will
here.
Mr. President. There's one area remaining. Show them the true heart of America.
For the main story, around 7 hours. If you want the main story and extra content, that would be 10.5 hours. Full completionist is 16.5 hours. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, probably this week. Right, yeah. Now, for a moment there, I thought you were gonna ask me, "Oh, hey, what's Tennessee's listing in here in this book?" Yeah.
The enemy forces in San Francisco have been annihilated. Nice work, Mr. President.
Sure.
All in a day's work, huh, Mr. President?
Nope, we've only just begun. The fight will continue. As long as the America inside my heart is still alive.
I think that would be Tron. Well, I can't remember. Yeah, good job. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's okay. Right.
Mr. President, the Information Management Department received an email that might
Okay.
interest you.
An email?
Actually, it's a sound file.
Play it for me.
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
We're seeking volunteers to oppose the coup d'etat forces. Response from fellow sympathizers.
The sound quality is terrible.
That's the first thing, Mr. President? That's the first thing you notice?
Could you try and contact the person who sent the email?
Sure, of course, boss.
Maybe America's faith in freedom hasn't faded just yet. And Jody, I'm taking back our country, going from west to east.
Go west. I mean, east, young man. Huh? Mr. President, we got a message from the Information Management
Nah,
Department.
she was
The
restating
coup
a
forces
old
are making an announcement on
I'm gonna
national
say an
television.
idiom. Nah, you shut up. Jody's amazing. She's the best secretary ever.
Connect me.
Dear fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where the password is overflowing love and daily benevolence. Today,
Yeah, bullshit.
we bring you a most unfortunate bulletin. Last evening, the city of San Francisco suffered extensive damage at the hand of
Finally!
the Metal Wolf, who suddenly appeared. In addition to slaughtering unresisting citizens, this heinous terrorist took citizens hostage and made an unjust demand for the release of violent criminals and the sum of $500 million.
Look, this isn't working. You're making him sound
This
cooler.
vicious act could easily be the worst in U.S. history.
I mean,
Metal Wolf's pilot is meaner than Satan himself.
I mean, it was
And we will
released
not
around
permit him to get away
2003
with acts
or
like this.
2004. Yeah.
Americans will never yield to such evil.
But listen, this was
We
like
Americans
two buildings. Look, it was
obtain
two
our
buildings.
own
Sure,
justice.
around 2,000 people or so, but this
Although
is not like.
martial law continues,
But what Metal Wolf did
my
was like
fellow Americans,
a whole fucking city.
please bear with our situation.
Yeah, I
To
know,
defend
but.
this lovable nation.
Yeah, I know, but
lead
that's
the
what they're
brave
saying here.
fight together. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department.
Yeah, you
where
were.
Our motto,
They're calling you
"Justice
worse than
over
Osama
theory,"
bin Laden.
is your motto.
We've been made public enemy number one. How about seeking exile or asking for help from other nations?
No. I'm the president. I can't be the one to start a war in this country.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
be the
literally
one to
calling you
wage the
worse than
war.
Osama bin Laden and worse than Timothy McVeigh. Yeah, it basically did, yeah. There's nothing
Jody,
saving that
update me
fucking
on the
city.
situation in the West.
What? The trolley? You didn't destroy it. Okay, good. You saved the trolleys. Thank God. That's the only good thing about San Francisco.
On the prison island Alcatraz, only 3. On the prison island, good luck.
Yeah, saved. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. No, I do not. I'll think about it. Yeah.